Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello everyone, this is Nick from Top Notch Sports. Today we're on our 2022 safety scouting analysis for this upcoming draft. I only got 9 guys this year, 9 safeties that I graded this year. I was trying to get to 12, but I just can't do it, especially with the things that are going on. So here we go. Before we get into this, be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, I think we have too. And we'll see what happens. So let's hop right into it right now. So here we go. Here's my 2022 safety prospects. Here's my track record over the last 2 years in 2020 and 2021. In 2020, I had Grant Delpit number 1, Kyle Duggar number 2, Ashton Davis 3, Antoine Winfield 4, Xavier McKinney 5, and Tanner Muse 6. People can probably say this is completely backwards. Besides the Tanner Muse, you could probably say McKinney or Winfield 1. And then you can make an argument after there with Delpit, Duggar, and Davis. But Delpit got hurt his first year, which kind of really set him back. I still feel like he was the most talented guy coming out of the draft. He was fast, and he could do a little bit of everything. In 2021, I kind of feel like I nailed this one kind of right on the head. Trayvon Martin, well, I do still believe to this point right now he was the best safety that came out of the draft. Javon Holland, number 2. He was a close second, to be honest with you. Andre Cisco. I liked him a lot, and he played pretty well too. Jamar Johnson, these two both went to the Cisco went to the Jaguars. Johnson and Stearns, 4 and 5, both went to the Broncos. Neither of them really made a huge impact. Stearns did play this year. Johnson did not. Thompson, the Ceiladine, who played a little bit of linebacker this year for the Jets. I had him at 6. Darius Washington, DeMar Hamlin, Richie Grant, and Richard Lee account. Now, again, you see one guy here, Richie Grant, who got drafted very early by the Atlanta Falcons. He was, not high on my board, and I feel he was absolutely a reach, and he did not play that well either this year. So, again, a lot of things happened. And now you look here, and now you have the 2022 draft, which is going to be even more interesting. So let's hop right into this now. Here is my grade scale, okay? This is the unbiased grade scale. I grade them based off their speed, their man coverage, zone coverage, ball hawking ability, deflections, tackling, hip power, flexibility, cutting routes, and deep routes. And this is after a complete analysis after film study and their pro days. Now, again, I want to point this out. This order that I'm about to show you is in the order of the grade scale, not my personal analysis. My personal analysis will be at the very end of the video. So let's hop right into this right now. Here's the first guy, earned 75 as a grade. That means that he earns 75% of the possible points being able to be earned out of their grade scale, and it's Daxton Hill. 6 foot, 191, ran a 4.38 40. This kid is a phenomenal coverage safety. He flies all around the field. He can come off the edge and deflect the passes down. He can cover receivers downfield or come up and make tackles in the flats. His coverage skills are the top of the class. He can lay the boom. Great at cutting routes and pretty good in both man and zone coverages. So his strengths, he's fast. He can play very good in man and zone coverage. He's a bull hawk. He's really good at getting deflections, and he's able to get those deflections because of his flexibility. He can come up and lay the boom with his hip power. He's good at cutting routes, and he's good at covering the deep route. He truly has no weaknesses, by the way. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at that. And here's the next guy, Kirby Joseph, earned a 71 as his grade. 6 foot 1, 203, runs a 4.5. This kid is another good safety. He is good in zone coverage and then cut routes well. He is also able to lay some nice hits, but finds himself at times behind in man-to-man situations. So his strengths, good in zone coverage, good ball hawk, good hip power, good flexibility, and good at cutting routes. Again, doesn't really have many weaknesses. So he has a lot of things that I would consider average, but nothing really a weakness. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at that. Here's the next guy, Bubba Bolden. 6'2", 209, 4.47 40. This kid is good in zone coverage and can jump routes very well. He is very good at reading and reacting to routes. He made some very good plays on the football. Again, what are his strengths? Good zone coverage, good hip power, good flexibility, and good at cutting routes. Weaknesses, again, doesn't really have a weakness. Pretty average in every other category. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at that. Here's the next guy, Kyle Hamilton. 6'4", 220, and runs a 4.59 40. This kid is good at breaking down and tackling the ball carrier. He can play split safety, box safety, or single high. I would recommend him in the box considering he is he plays the best closest to the line of scrimmage. He can break down and tackle all ball carriers. He is good in zone coverage. He's a good zone coverage safety, but lacks the elite speed and coverage skills needed to play man-to-man coverage. The coaching staff is going to have to try to develop his man skills because he has the physical tools to be able to cover some of the lower end receivers and tight ends. Good at reading some routes and jumping them. So his strengths, good zone coverage, good at deflections, good tackling, good flexibility, good cutting routes, good size. 6'4", 220 is phenomenal size, to be honest. And he has great potential because of size and speed. His weakness is that he lacks elite speed. And again, this could be a problem. All right, so here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at that. And here's the next guy, Jalen Petrae, 5'11", 198, runs a 4.4, 340. This kid is pretty good in zone coverage. He's able to read and react some routes and jump them on occasion. His best ability by far is his zone coverage and his ability to jump routes, okay? So again, strengths, great speed, good zone coverage, and good at cutting routes. Doesn't really have many weaknesses. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at that. And the next guy, Lewis Seen, 6'2", 199, 437. Now, this guy's also pretty big, right? Bubba Bolden, 6'2". He's 6'2", but he's also 10 pounds lighter than Bubba Bolden, but he also runs a tenth of a second faster than Bubba Bolden does in the 40 time. So, again, has a size, but then you look at Carl Hamilton, who's 6'4", 220, but then again, he only runs a 4.59. So, again, they all have their strengths and weaknesses and their physicals. This kid can play single high or split safety. He can play both man and zone, but a much better zone cover safety than man-to-man. He can tackle pretty well, but I would recommend him to tackle lower. He has decent flexibility and has good size, but not a great bull hawk. So, again, what are his strengths? Good speed, good flexibility, great size, and great potential. Weaknesses, not the best bull hawk. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at that. As we're on our final three people, here's the next guy, Veron Mckinley III, 5'10", 198, runs a 4.65, 40. This kid is great zone coverage cornerback. He is okay in man-to-man coverage, but is not great. Shows really good flexibility and is able to jump routes, really great at deflecting passes as well. 40 shows that he lacks some speed, but I do not see it being a huge problem on film. Deep routes, he is good when playing the split safety role, but I think his speed may be a problem if he lines up man-to-man on a wide receiver. Strengths, good at zone coverage, good at deflections, good hit power, good flexibility, good cutting routes. Weaknesses, not the greatest deep route guy, and he lacks the elite speed that you want to see. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to hit pause and look at that. Here's the next guy, Jaquan Brisker. 6'1", 199, runs a 4.49, 40. This kid is a downhill safety who likes to play in the box a lot. He is not terrible split safety, but he is not going to be known for his coverage skills. More of a zone safety when in coverage, but primarily a run stuffer. He could be a playmaker at the next level, but needs to get better in zone coverage, or just in coverage in general, Strengths, good tackler, weakness, man coverage. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to that as we go to the last guy, Brian Cook. Now, again, this is a flash warning. 6 foot, 206, 459. Listen to my notes. This kid flies around the field and makes some really good tackles and hits. There's a lack of film on him, which really stinks because I personally like the little amount I saw. I was forced to grade him low because he did not have a ton of film to watch. This analysis is invalid. Okay, so again, this guy could be one of the best safeties in this draft class. I just did not have the film to consider this a valid, ranking for Brian Cook. So again, his strengths, good tackling, good hit power, weakness, lacks elite speed, lacks flexibility, and lack of film in general. Now, the thing about him is, which stinks, and I'm going to keep saying it stinks, is because it was just a lack of film. What I did see, this guy can lay the boom. Here he is right here. Laying this dude out, but it's just a lack of film. And I usually don't post people that, have a lack of film and that I consider invalid film study. But I did list him because I did watch a decent amount, but I wish there was more. And it's just, I don't know. It's going to be tough. But here it is. Here's me saying right now, if I miss on him, I didn't really miss because lack of film. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at that. All right, here's the 2022 safety rankings according to the grade scale, okay? And again, one thing I've noticed in this grade scale, at least, is that coverage safeties definitely rank higher than box safeties and people like that. So if you're a box safety, right, you can earn tackling and hip power, right? But then if you're just a pure coverage safety, you need to look at the speed aspect, which again is good for everything, but man coverage, zone coverage, deflections, flexibility. If you're just a pure box safety that you just tackle and lay the wood, you're not going to be graded as high on the grade scale. So again, on my personal analysis, I'm going to rate you a little bit higher. But here it is, according to my grade scale, unbiased scale. But I would definitely say it leans towards cover safeties. Hill's 1, Joseph 2, Bolden 3, Hamilton 4, Petrae 5, Sines 6, McKinley 7, Brisker 8, and Cook 9. 2022 compared to the 2021 rankings via the grade scale. According to the grade scale, Hill will be 1, Holland 2, Joseph 3, Marion 4, Cisco, Bolden, Hamilton, Petrae, Scene, McKinley, Stearns, Johnson, Brisker, Cook, Nasir Ladine, and then Ardarius Washington. All right, so here's the 2022 draft compared to the 2021 rankings via personal analysis. All right, this is tough. Kyle Hamilton has all the physicals you asked for, 6'4", 220, but man, his film was not as special as I think it should have been. And I'm going to be honest, it was not as special as a lot of other people are saying it is, in my opinion. Can he be a playmaker? Yes. Does he have great potential at size? Yes. I am ranking him number 1 out of all these guys, but I can tell you something right now. I was a lot happier with Trayvon Martin and Javon Holland's film than I was Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton, I'm betting on him. He is not the most polished. I'm going to be the first one to say it now. So if you want to bet on a guy that's polished, it was Martin and Holland. Hamilton's not polished. Hamilton is all you're betting on his size, not even his speed, just his pure size to be good, right? He shows flashes here and there, but it just wasn't that polished. So it goes Hamilton 1, Marion 2, Holland 3, Daxton Hill 4, one of the best cover safeties I've seen in a very long time. Andre Cisco 5, Scene 6, Jamar Johnson 7, Stearns, Joseph, Bolden, Petrae, McKinley, Brisker, Cook, Nasir Ladine, and then Washington. Here is my final ranking. This is me ranking the 9 guys this year. According to my personal analysis, I got Hamilton 1, Daxton Hill 2, Scene 3, Joseph 4, Bubba Bolden 5, Petrae 6, McKinley 7, Brisker 8, and then Cook 9. Let me go and talk to you real fast. Here I am. So there's my rankings. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, the live draft show will be tomorrow. And again, my rankings will, be listed. I'll do my final rankings tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get a mock draft out if everything goes smoothly. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are Built Better.